What's up? What's up? The brother man has returned. So how's everybody's Thursday afternoon doing? How's everybody doing this Thursday, throwback Thursday? I'm gonna get into my presentation here in just a moment here. You see what we're talking about. You know, a lot of people ask me about, of course, they've been asking about I've been talking about MyEcon's credit system a lot, but MyEcon's income shifting membership is a lot more than just that. That's the kind of one of my favorite, the credit's my favorite part to talk about, but this is also something that goes hand in hand. And it's one of my additionally, one of my favorite parts about it because it has enabled me to uh, really to empower you to fix your credit along with improve your finances. So, as a matter of fact, if you look at some of my other earlier presentations, I talked about this W4 strategy and how it helps you to reduce your utilization. So, I'm going to show you how this W4 strategy works. It's pretty much another powerful feature of the income shifting membership. And I'm just going to share this into one of my groups here. And then we're going to get started to boost chat. All right, let's go. So I'm going to minimize myself here. Let's just do that one. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here for different parts. So let's jump into this. Let me see what we're looking like over here. Excellent. All right, so this is how this W4 form works. I'm gonna run through it pretty quickly. If you have any questions about anything, comment below, message me, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. So the W4 calculator's purpose is to protect against having too little tax withheld and having too much withheld during the year. This is a powerful tool. The IRS go to it on the IRS website. Average refund is about $3,000. You may prefer to have less withheld during the year up front and receive more on your paycheck. That's what we're teaching our team. Instead of waiting for that refund every April, every February, let's take that money and use it throughout the year and now put it to work for us, investing, saving, reducing debt. Now, we cannot guarantee that everybody is going to get an increase by adjusting the W4. Everyone's situation is different. So that needs to be said. But most people, if you get a refund, then you can take advantage of the strategy. So we're going to use an example of the Johnson family. We got the brother here and his wife, the 3 kids. And so so the household income is 100. They're a 6-figure household, 100,000 in household income, husband 40, wife 60. They had 3 kids and childcare is $6,800 a year. So we need to remember that. We're going to look at the example. When you do the strategy, you're going to need a copy of your pay stub. So that's what you see here. You've got Robert, he works at the ABC company. And then you got Annie, she works at the XYZ company. So, and it has all the good stuff that comes on your pay stubs and all that stuff. So now we're going to look up the tax withholding estimator, and you can get to it you can go straight to the irs.gov, or you can just Google W4 calculator. It'll come up. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So when you get there, you're going to look at any changes that happens every year. They create some new laws or whatever. Every time they pass some sort of spending package, you may see changes on this. So it's good to come here multiple times a year, or especially when your own personal situation changes. And so you just click to use the tax withholding estimator. Now I'm going to stop sharing this. And what I'm going to do is actually go to the tax withholding estimator. And let me share that. Chrome tab, let's do that. Oh, new tab, that's what we need. All right, so we're gonna go, let's see here. Withholding calculator, I already got the thing. So I've been searching for the thing, so we're not gonna fool with that. That's not it. This is the one you need. Make sure my stuff, okay, we good. All right. So we're gonna make sure, of course, we got our pay stubs and stuff. So we're gonna click on use tax withholding estimator. Now we're gonna use the example of the Johnsons. So they're married, we're gonna married file jointly. Nobody can claim them. They have dependents, yes. They got 3 of them. They got 3 kids. So now we got to put in the information about the income. So how many jobs they expect to hold this year? Each one has 1. And the spouse has 1. So we're going to, what this tool is going to, it's going to give you a projection of what your potential refund based on the information you put in. So are you receiving pension? No, they're still working. Now you go through these, now when you do yours, you're going to look through this information here, these questions here, these categories here. If they apply to you, you check. If not, you just ignore it. And the Johnsons, none of these apply to the Johnsons. So we're going to hit next. Their job information. Does Mr. Johnson expect to hold a job? Yes. He gets paid twice monthly. And his most recent paycheck was the 1st. It's a good time to do this calculation here. Total wages. So we discussed this here. His was 40,000. Not expecting any bonus. And if you look on his pay stub, all right, if you remember from his pay stub, he had a withholding of 105. So we're going to look. So his federal tax withhold is 105.63. We're just going to use round numbers here. All right, so 105, bam. Pay period. So you put in the year to date and the pay period. This is first check of the year, so that accounts for both. That figure accounts for both things. In this example, we're going to, he's not contributing to a 401k or an HSA. And so let's do his wife. She expects to work there a whole year. She gets paid twice monthly. She got paid, or her pay period ended on the 1st. Her total wages is 60,000. Not expecting any bonus. On the last pay period, federal taxes income withheld. So we're going to just look back at this. Pay stub for Miss Annie Johnson. Hold on, there we go. And hers was 205. All right. $205 for year to date and for this pay period. and she's not contributing to an HSA or a 401k in this example. That'll be an important point you want to remember. Now, in this example, none of these adjustments to income will apply to them. Student loan interest deduction, all this stuff here. Now, we're actually going to come back to this one here. So just remember that. But none of these other ones apply. But for now, we're just going to go to the next step because right now, none of those apply. We're going to take the standard deduction. Most people find themselves in that category. See tax credit. Let's go ahead and see tax credits because they get kids. So as you see from the picture, all three of those kids were under 17. They were probably under 4. And it so happens that their daycare comes up to $6,800 a year. That's what they're expecting to pay. So none of these other things apply to the Johnsons here. Now, based on this information, they are looking at, normally they would get a $6,000 refund based on the information. They would normally pay, they would have had $7,400 withheld. Their tax obligation is $1,393, just under $1,400, and they would get a refund of $604. That's what they normally do each and every day. Now, when they start a home-based business and take advantages of some of the other advantages that come from having a home-based business, for example, with MyEcon, let's show you how the difference can, let's show you how this could make a difference in this W-4 strategy. So we're going to go back to income and withholding. No, I went to the wrong one. Let's go to the next one. Adjustments to income. We'll take your survey later. Let's see adjustments. Now we're going to put here, we're just going to use, for this example, we're going to use 5,000. With the income shifting strategy, you get information straight from the IRS of what things you can use as a business deduction or get tax advantages of. For example, internet connection, cell phone, mileage on your car. There's a whole list of things that you get trained on how to take advantage of, and you learn what you can use and what you can't use. So we're just going to use 5,000 as an example. That's a very, very conservative figure, what we found with our associates. So we're going to put that in there. And everything else is the same. Now, you remember what that refund was before? Now it's $6,600. It reduced their taxable obligation by $600 by employing some of the strategies we teach on this team. Now, if you get started, we will walk you through all those necessary steps. I'm not going to have time to go through all those in this video. I just want to show you the results and how it could benefit you. Then we'll go through some of the details at a later video. So, but that's just employing the minimized tax strategy with MyEcon. It benefited them $600, almost cut their tax obligation in half. Now, another thing MyEcon teaches you is to take your money, is to increase your cash flow so you can invest. Now, remember, our Johnson family were not investing in their 401k. So we're just going to take one more simple adjustment. We're going to put yes for both of these. Let's say, for example, they anticipate contributing $3,500. They just did that to a 401k. Same thing for Mrs. Johnson. $35. That one simple step, just taking some of their income and it's not that, you know, just doing that simple step. I want to show you the benefit it has on their annual cash flow and their monthly cash flow. It pretty much eliminated their tax obligation. Just doing two simple things, employing two strategies, eliminated their tax obligation. Now, they don't want to keep overpaying throughout the year because, like I said, we're teaching them how to increase their monthly cash flow. Now they could leave their refund at $7,400 if they wanted, or they could put their money to work for them throughout the year. So we'll put that down to 0. And now we come here. Refund. Oh, they don't want to show it here. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to, for the sake of the video here, we're going to divide 7440 by 12. That's $620. That's $620 they could put back in their pocket throughout the month. And how they would do that is they would basically they would come here and adjust it down to 0. Now it should bring up a tab for how you would fill out your W-4. And it's not doing it right now, so. All right, so normally it would give you a pre-filled out W-4 form on how to do it. They give you all the figures and where to put those figures at. So, but this is walking you through the adjustment. So, okay, well, anyway. IRS calculator not cooperating with me today. I just did it earlier. Oh, here it is. I'll adjust your withholding. So let's do it down to 700, or reduce it down to this. Let's do it to 700. So with this, expecting a 700 refund, you could adjust your withholding by basically just coming here. And this will actually walk you through. This will give you a pre-filled out W-4 form for both Mr. Johnson and Mrs. Johnson. Let me stop sharing that so I can share this other thing here. So this basically just tells you, do it. Anyway, well, this right here explains to you what you need to do on your W-4 form, how you need to fill it out, what credits you put in on there. If you follow these instructions on both the husband and wife, then what you would do is you would get that roughly just under $6,000 divided by 12 back into your income, monthly income, which imagine how your credit card bills would look if you started applying an extra $500 a month to them over the course of a year. Maybe your car payment, how would that look over the course of a year if you applied that extra money toward your car payment? You'd be paying the car off pretty quickly. Or what would some of your savings account if you save some of that extra $500 a month into the account, or some of your other investments? What would they look like if you were able to put extra money in there? See, that's what MyEcon is teaching you. And this is one of the tools that we direct you to use with the IRS. Let me stop. Am I still sharing this? No. So if you want more information about this, comment below, send me a message. I'll be glad to show you in a little more detail how this works. But this is a powerful, powerful benefit that MyEcon associates have been using for the last 15 years to benefit their financial situation. So anyway, I will holler at y'all later. Peace.